Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight I want to welcome you back so that we can do our weekly rune check-in for the elemental energies. And if you're interested as to why I read the elements, you can check out a video I made down below versus the zodiac. Also, we're getting into the height of summer, so up here in the northern hemisphere. So as you're traveling and going about your week, make sure to be safe and take care. We all want to try to be as safe as we can out there. And with that, we'll get started and see what else information source brings in. If you're interested in any rune ideas, I have a list of things down below you can check out, from metal runes and some different crystal runes as well. And so we'll get started here with our fire, which is the start of the zodiac as well. So we'll just start with that family. Fire covers Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And your first rune is for fire. Get my little book here to agree with me. Sorry. We have the Feu rune. And the color associated is light red. The tarot association is the Tower. Astrology is Aries, so this is definitely fire's energy. Good luck, success, fertility, and harmony. So when we have this type of energy coming in, this is part of the Elder Futhark of the Runic clan, and it basically is a very powerful beginning, rising from the ashes, taking the things from your past that didn't work and reusing them into something that is higher frequency, more focused on your goals and dreams and ambitions. So the first rune that the first rune that fire has is 100% on fire's side. It's saying that this is a really good time to get moving on those next projects. They're not really saying the next steps this time. They're actually saying that this energy that's coming in, you're taking things that maybe didn't work from the past, a project that you have bits and pieces of laying around that just doesn't work for you anymore. But this week you'll get that inspiration, that divine spark, so to speak, to step into something bigger, better, and maybe be a more interesting project for you. Your second rune is the Iwaz Yew Tree rune. Color association is dark blue. The Tarot association is the Hanged Man. Astrology is Scorpio, so we're a little opposite energy here with water. Protection, death, and rebirth using foresight and perseverance. Fire, not sure what's going on with you guys this week. It's definitely about breaking down things from the past, taking them and using them as foundational blocks to move forward. They're saying it doesn't have to be like a massive destruction, upending your life type thing, but when we take our past and use it as a foundation to move forward, you want to make sure that the things that you're building on are strong and supportive. So it could be working through some past emotions that might be still kind of boiling up this week, or it could be working on some things that happened in the past that you feel like there's no way that can come out good for me. That was the worst possible option. And the runes are saying, hold up, that's not quite true. There could have been way worse options, but those particular steps were guidance to help you grow to the person that you are today. So this week coming up, which is June 23rd through the 29th for 2024, is really saying, fire, you have a lot of things that you are capable of. You have some amazing experiences that you could share if that's what you feel led to do. But don't let your past be a burden. Use that and step into a higher stance. The Tower, creative destruction. You're taking things apart from your past to create a new beginning. But you also have Iwaz coming in with the Hanged Man and Scorpio. Things could be a little bit rough, but the Hanged Man shows you another option, looking at things from a different perspective. So fire, this next week looks like it could be a little bit of change and movement for you, but movement forward, movement up, and movement towards improvement. So a lot of meant there. So take this week with as it comes, setting your intentions and your guidance to moving towards building on the foundation of the strength that you have gained, and how can you use that to create something better. So let's hop over to Earth, which is our next in the zodiac cycle with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And so for our Earth family here, we'll get started. This particular rune is a weird one because it's not exactly the same as it is in the little book that came with the runes. So this is the Sowilo Sun rune, one of them, one version of it, I should say, and it is white or silver. The tarot association is the sun, astrology is the sun. A rune of good health, happiness, wholeness, clarity, and enlightenment with success. Earth, the sun is shining on you this week, and it might be a little bit on the toasty side if you're in those hot areas, but it's really saying you have got the golden ticket this week. What is it that you've been working on? What is it that you have been working on, or working with, dealing with? They're saying that there's something that has been boiling up for some of you that's kind of been eating at you. It's been causing a little bit of sleepless nights because it's a frustration that you're not sure how to deal with. This week is a time where the sun can illuminate, drive the shadows back. When the sun is at high noon, your shadow is this big. So think about this energy this upcoming week as this high noon energy where you're getting the ability to clear out all of the excess. And that's allowing you to see more clearly this week what is really going on, what's going on behind the scenes, the important things in life that you may have put on the back burner and not even known it. This week is about revealing all of that and bringing it to the surface. Your second rune is the weird rune. It is blank. It is the fate rune. It signifies mystery, fate, the unknown, having trust and faith. So, Earth, there's a lot of things that are going on with this particular Earth-based energy this week. You have the Sowilo rune calling out, the sun is shining, things are being revealed, truth is coming to the forefront, but you also have the word which is saying these things that are in motion have been set in motion from a while back. It's not something that you're going to be able to shift fully. They're saying that when things are fated, it generally means that, not always, but generally, it means that the situation is moving the way you'd set it in motion and you kind of reached a point of no return. So basically enjoy the ride at this point. But the other part with that is there are things that are in play that are meant to happen this week. The sun is shining, revealing the truth, revealing the honest answers that you've been searching for. And obviously I can't give those here because there's a lot of people that watch videos on YouTube, so being that specific is not going to happen. But for those of you that this resonates with, really watch for the signs and symbols. The universe is saying we're not hiding things this week. We are revealing them. So pay attention to those little gut instincts and those vibes that you get off of people this week, because that's going to hold a lot of weight. So again, take what works, leave the rest for someone else. We'll hop over here to our air family. Air has Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And with our air, your first rune is Algae's protection. Color is gold. Tarot association is the moon. Astrology is Cancer. So air, you're working with some water energy this week. Protection from danger, resisting temptations, new beginnings are possible. So air, right off the bat, what I'm getting is this week is about going inside. This is taking the time to actually examine those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings that I'll deal with that later. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience. I've got things to do. This week, the universe is saying this is the week you're going to deal with that. You need to process even just a little bit of it because it's starting to build up. Cancer is the crab in the zodiac. It's the water crab. Very grumpy. And you don't want that negative aspect of Cancer boiling over. And with the moon, it's talking your subconscious or emotional side. So you're dealing with you're protected this week. This week you are in a safe space, you are feeling comforted, and it is okay to allow these emotions forward. Find some time when you can be alone, have someone you trust that you just kind of need to vent a little bit to, or just journal it out. Let the emotions and energies pour out of you this week, what you're ready to let go of. There's some things that may not be ready to deal with yet. That's fine, but work on letting some stuff process this week. Take the time. That's the big word they keep saying, is take the time. Your second rune is Tiwaz, Tyr, the god of war. Color is bright red. The tarot association is justice. Astrology is Libra, so we're back into the air high mind thinking aspect. Courage and energy, the power to weave the patterns of your own life. Air, you have an interesting message this week because you have algaes coming forward saying, you're protected right now. Let's work on some of those subconscious things that you tend to ignore or tend to push back because you don't have, quote unquote, the time. The time is now, but you have Tiwaz coming forward, bringing in a god of war with Libra, saying you have the courage, the energy, and the ability to handle the situation. Now it's allowing it to come forward. Now it's the time to allow yourself to be, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself this upcoming week to rest in the protection and the loving embrace of the divine and your guardian angels. They are there to help you, they're there to support you. And this week you have a lot of protective energy stepping up because the universe is offering you a gigantic hug this week. They want you to know that you are cared for, cared about. Even if you don't feel like that, or you may not experience that in the physical world, they're saying it could be you, it could be them, but don't forget you always have the support of the higher energies there to guide you and basically love you through these situations. And this week could be a little bit on the uncomfortable side, and I'm not gonna mince words. I'm gonna edit my words, but I'm not gonna mince them. This is a week to allow yourself to feel the emotions, to feel that energy come forward, and allow what you're ready to let go of release. They jokingly laughed, said, go rent that sad movie and watch it until your eyes ball out. Not a bad idea. I mean, I've used that particular tactic myself a couple of times. So let your emotions just kind of process this week. This is really about, you have the protection, you have the guidance, and you have the support of the universe. Take the time to allow yourself the blessing and gift of healing this week. So let's hop over to our water family. Water covers Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And we have, not sure where that came from, but we'll go with it. Inga's fertility, color of yellow. Tarot association is judgment. Astrology, new moon, completion of ideas or projects, signifying a new beginning, a time of positive energies, good fortune. Water, this week looks like it's going to be a pretty active one for you. Just from this rune alone, we'll get into the next one here in a second. But there's a lot going on. Manage your time. You have the Judgment card as the tarot association to this. Fertility is explosive. Fertility is expansive. And water, you have this habit of when things get to be too much, you retreat. This week, it's not so much retreating. They're saying don't do that. This week, pick the things that are the most important, the things that shine the brightest. Follow that path. Go that direction, because the new moon is coming in as well. So this is a great time to start really long-term thought processes, to start maybe a new affirmation, to work on new goals. But don't get overwhelmed, because the options this week are going to be aplenty. So your second rune is Isa, the ice rune. Color is black. Tarot association is the Hermit. Astrology is the moon. So we're still working within the water's energy here. It denotes some kind of obstacle, coldness between people, time to observe, keep silent, refrain from commitment. So, and commitment and comment. Sorry, I missed a word there. We have a lot of energy dealing coming up this week, water. And it's saying that there's a lot of positive things that are available. And because you have all these different options coming forward, you have a lot of other people's opinions coming forward too. The hermit pulls away, observes. The hermit watches. Just because there are a lot of options, it doesn't mean they're all good. Fertility is indicating there's a lot there. The judgment card is saying you need to pick the highest frequency here this week, water. It's not so much that there's bad decisions, there's just decisions, good decisions, and the best decision. And this week you have to use your inner judgment, tapping into your water's exceptional intuition, working with your guides and spirit, however you see the divine, to pick the right option. And once you've kind of landed on a couple of different choices, you're going to pick one of those 2 or 3, pull back and don't listen to what other people are saying. This week is really focused on you internally and your connection with God, Source, Divine. That connection is going to allow you to overcome the obstacles and pick the highest frequency. The obstacles that they're really being loud about right now are other people's opinions. Now, advice, if you're not sure and you ask your inner circle, that 1 or 2 people that you always trust, that's different, and that's asking for, okay, I've got these couple of options, what do you think type thing. But other people's opinions, they're just hurling them at you, probably not the best decision this week. That's where you pull away and you observe. You watch what's happening. And if you're not sure what direction to go this week, the hermit's also saying, you know what? The options are going to be there long term. I need to step back in this moment because I don't quite see which one is going to be the best thread to weave for my life. So I'm going to step back and watch how things play out. So you've got a couple of different vibes coming through right now. One is a lot of options, pick the highest frequency, plow forward. The second one is too many options, not enough clear information coming in, so stepping back. So see which one of those kind of fits with you. But this week's really, there's a lot going on and you're being called upon to pick something. But if it's too much, then step back and just observe the chaos. So with that, generally this week, it's very powerful week. There's going to be a lot going on, a lot of powerful vibe arrangements. We're just coming out of the summer solstice energy. We still have that full moon that's kind of, the full moon's tapering off as of the recording of this, but we're moving into that 3rd quarter moon. So some things are quieting down in that aspect. Celestially, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. We're moving into tourism. There's a lot of intensity coming forward this week. Air, take care of yourself. Take your time, be quiet, heal as much as you can. Water, if you can't make the decision this week, that's fine. Pull back. And they're actually saying don't do a lot of socializing this week. And this is kind of across the board. This week is more about family and your inner circle than it is the chaos going on around you. Fire and earth, same things. You're in good places. You have some decisions to make, some things to rearrange a little bit to make them work better. But this is all stuff that's going to be used by stepping back from the chaos that's going on. So the divine is coming in. You're supported. You're loved. Seek help from those you trust, your inner circle this week. And don't worry so much about what others' opinions are. That's kind of a common theme, but this week they're really emphasizing it. The elemental energies are going to be a little sensitive this week, so definitely take the time to step back from everyone else. With that, I will let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.